My ex-wife laughed when I announced my engagement. I, 38M, just experienced the most satisfying moment of karma I've ever witnessed. Let me tell you what happened. Background. I was married to Jessica for 6 years. The divorce was messy. She cheated with her boss, got pregnant, and somehow convinced half our friend group that I was the problem. She got the house in the settlement. My grandma left it to me, but it wasn't in a trust at the time. Rookie mistake. The car, and 60% of our savings because my lawyer sucked and she had the better firm. The worst part? She spent the last 2 years telling everyone I'd die alone because I was boring, unambitious, and mediocre in every way. Her words. She'd show up at mutual friends' events with her new husband. Yeah, the boss. Flash their wealth, and make sure to mention how much better her life was now. Fast forward to last night. Our college friend Marcus threw his 40th birthday bash. I hadn't planned on going, but my fiancée Lydia convinced me it was time to face my past. Quick note about Lydia. We met through work 18 months ago. She's everything Jessica pretended to be. Genuinely kind, successful without being flashy, and holy fuck is she gorgeous. We got engaged last month in Paris. So we show up at Marcus's place. Jessica's there with her husband Brad, already 3 drinks in. The moment she sees me, she starts her usual shit. Oh my god, is that David? Still wearing clothes from Target, I see. I just smiled. Kept it cool. Marcus, bless his heart, tried to change the subject by asking what's new with me. I mentioned I'd gotten engaged. Jessica literally spat out her drink laughing. You? Engaged? Who would marry a loser like you? Her friends started giggling. Brad put his arm around her, smirking. Let me guess, Jessica continued. Some desperate single mom? Or wait, did you finally cave and try mail order? Where is this imaginary fiancé anyway? I just kept smiling. Actually, she's running late. Work meeting. Work meeting on a Saturday night? Sure, David. Just admit you made it up. That's when the door opened. Lydia walked in wearing a stunning red dress, looking like she'd stepped off a magazine cover. The room went silent. Sorry I'm late, babe, she said, kissing me. The Tokyo call ran long. Jessica's face went from smug to confused. Then Lydia introduced herself. I'm Lydia Chen, David's fiancée. Jessica's jaw dropped. Wait, the Lydia Chen? From Wellington Capital? See, what Jessica didn't know was that Lydia is the youngest partner at Wellington Capital, the firm that had just completed the acquisition of Brad's company 3 weeks ago. I knew this, but had no idea Brad was the same guy Jessica had married until that moment. Brad suddenly looked nervous. Ms. Chen? I didn't realize. Lydia looked at him curiously. Have we met? I'm Bradford Williams, Director of Operations at Tecton Solutions. Lydia's expression changed to recognition. Ah, yes. You're the one we flagged during due diligence. The embezzlement case. The room went dead silent. What embezzlement? Jessica squeaked. Lydia turned to me, confused. I quickly explained this was my ex-wife and her husband. Oh, Lydia said, understanding dawning. Well, this is awkward. Mr. Williams, you should expect a meeting with HR on Monday. We were planning to address the discrepancies in your expense reports. Jessica went pale. You can't do this. We have a mortgage, a lifestyle. Lydia raised an eyebrow. Perhaps you should have considered that before your husband used company funds for personal expenses. The party was dead silent. Everyone was watching this train wreck. Jessica turned to me, suddenly desperate. David, please. We were married for 6 years. Tell her to reconsider. I couldn't help but laugh. Like you reconsidered when you were screwing Brad in our bed? Or when you convinced the judge I was hiding assets? She actually had the audacity to cry. This is all your fault. You planned this. Actually, Lydia interjected, I had no idea who you or your husband were until right now. The acquisition completed 3 weeks ago, and we've been reviewing all executive expenses. Your husband's misconduct was already discovered. Then Jessica tried to rally her friends. Are you all just going to stand there while this bitch ruins my life? Her bestie Karen stepped forward. Jess is right. This is targeted harassment. But Marcus shut that down quick. The only harassment I see is what you've been doing to David for 2 years. Get out of my house. Both of you. They left in shame. The party continued, but the energy had completely shifted. People who'd avoided me for years suddenly wanted to catch up. But here's the thing that really got me. Lydia pulled me aside later and apologized. Said she didn't mean to make a scene at our friend's birthday. I just hugged her and said, "Are you kidding? This is the best gift anyone's ever given me." More updates coming. Apparently, Jessica's been blowing up social media, and the drama is just getting started. Edit. Just got a text from Marcus. Apparently, Jessica's been calling mutual friends all night trying to do damage control. This should be interesting. Update 1. Wow, okay. First off, thanks for all the support. Some of you asked for more details about what happened after, so here we go. After the party, Lydia filled me in on the details. Turns out Brad had been under investigation for 3 months, way before the acquisition was even announced. He'd been funneling company money through fake vendor accounts and charging personal expenses as client entertainment. We're talking $200K over 2 years. Lydia's firm was planning to handle it quietly with a termination and possible legal action, but after Saturday night's display, they decided to make an example of him. Monday morning, Brad was escorted out by security. Full walk of shame, box of personal items and everything. Someone from his department filmed it and it made its way to LinkedIn. Professional suicide. But Jessica's reaction is what really takes the cake. She's been on a social media rampage, posting these long rants about how I'm a master manipulator who orchestrated an elaborate revenge plot to destroy her happiness. She claimed I somehow convinced a gold-digging executive to seduce me just to ruin her life. The comments did not go the way she expected. Remember those mutual friends who believed her lies during the divorce? Turns out they'd been having doubts for a while. Her story started falling apart when 1. People remembered she was the one who cheated. 2. Brad's wife, yeah, he was married when they started their affair, commented with receipts. 3. Several people pointed out the timeline made her conspiracy theory impossible. But wait, it gets better. Jessica's mom, Linda, jumped in to defend her precious daughter, called Lydia a home-wrecking Asian slut. Yeah, she went there, and said I probably paid her to pretend to be my fiancé. Lydia's response was perfection. She posted, "Mrs. Thompson, I understand you're upset for your daughter. However, I'd like to clarify a few points. 1. I'm Taiwanese American, not that it matters. 2. My net worth is roughly 10x your daughter's. 3. I fell in love with David because he's kind, genuine, and has integrity, qualities apparently missing in your family. 4. Your racism is showing, and it's not a good look." Then she attached a screenshot of her Forbes 30 Under 30 profile from 3 years ago. Jessica's mom deleted her comments, but screenshots were already circulating. By Tuesday, Jessica was in full panic mode. She tried calling my office. I'm in software development now, much better job than when we were married. Reception told her I was unavailable. She called 15 times. Then she showed up at my workplace. Security had to escort her out while she screamed about how I ruined her life and stole her future. Someone recorded it. It's on TikTok now. My coworkers have been sending me memes all week. But here's the real kicker. Brad's wife, his actual wife, not Jessica, had been building a case against him for months. She knew about the affair but was waiting for the right moment. The embezzlement revelation was perfect timing. She filed for divorce Tuesday afternoon, using his professional misconduct as leverage. Jessica's now facing an unemployed boyfriend, a mortgage she can't afford alone, a reputation in tatters, potential legal issues. Brad's wife is considering naming her in the divorce. Meanwhile, Lydia and I are planning our wedding. Small ceremony, close friends only. Jessica is obviously not invited. Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? Edit. My lawyer just called. Apparently, there might be grounds to revisit the divorce settlement since Jessica hid assets during our divorce. Remember that house she got? Turns out she knew it was meant to be in a trust for me, but convinced the judge it was marital property. Karma's not done yet. Update 2. The drama continues. and Jessica just keeps digging herself deeper. After getting banned from my office building, she went on a Facebook rampage. Posted our old wedding photos with captions like, "Remember when he promised forever?" and "Before he became a monster." Plot twist. Her own friends started calling her out. Turns out, people were tired of her victim act. Comments like, "Jess, you cheated on him. Didn't you brag about taking his grandmother's house? Girl, you're married to the man you cheated with. Move on." Then Karen, remember her? Jessica's bestie, tried to organize a protest outside Lydia's office. She created a Facebook event called Stand Against Corporate Bullying. 3 people RSVP'd. One was Jessica's mom. They actually showed up at Wellington Capitol with homemade signs. Security called the police before they even made it to the lobby. Karen was arrested for trespassing and disturbing the peace. Jessica filmed the whole thing, thinking it would make Lydia look bad. Instead, she accidentally live-streamed Karen shouting racial slurs at the security guard, who happened to be Asian American. The video went viral for all the wrong reasons. Karen's employer saw it. She was fired by end of day. But the best part? Brad tried to use the chaos to negotiate a better severance package. He threatened to sue for wrongful termination. Wellington's legal team responded by filing criminal charges for embezzlement. Turns out, they have evidence of him stealing client data too. He's looking at actual jail time. Jessica's response? She started a GoFundMe to fight corporate oppression. It raised $45 from 2 donors, her mom and aunt, before being taken down for violating terms of service. She's now living back with her parents. The house she stole from me is on the market. She can't afford it without Brad's income. Oh, and that trust fund issue I mentioned? My lawyer found evidence that Jessica's attorney knowingly submitted false documents during our divorce. The Bar Association is investigating. Sometimes the universe has a way of balancing things out. Next update will be after the wedding. Yes, we hired extra security. Final update. I promised y'all a final update after the wedding, and I saved the best for last. First, some quick updates. Brad was convicted of embezzlement, 18 months in minimum security. Jessica lost the house. Court ordered her to pay me restitution. Her divorce attorney was disbarred. She's working as a receptionist at a car dealership. Now, the wedding story. We kept it small, 50 guests at a beautiful vineyard. Since several guests still followed Jessica on social media, we told everyone it was an engagement party until the day of. Hired security with her photo. Despite our precautions, she found out. How? Her cousin, who wasn't invited but heard through family, told her mom, who told her. She showed up during the reception, drunk as hell, wearing, wait for it, her old wedding dress. The one from our wedding. Security stopped her at the entrance, but she was loud enough that everyone heard her screaming, "I object! This wedding is a sham! He's still in love with me!" Lydia, absolute queen that she is, walked right up to her. "Jessica, you're embarrassing yourself." "You stole my life!" "No, sweetie. I picked up what you threw away and made it better." Then my new mother-in-law, who'd heard all about Jessica, stepped forward. In perfect Mandarin, she said something that made Lydia laugh out loud. Lydia translated for everyone. "My mom says you look like a ghost who can't find peace. She's offering to burn some paper money for you to move on." The guests lost it. Even the security guards were trying not to laugh. Jessica tried to lunge at Lydia but slipped in her drunk state and face-planted into a flower arrangement. The photographer, bless him, caught the whole thing. "We're considering it for our Christmas card." Police were called. Jessica was arrested for trespassing and public intoxication. Her mugshot showed mascara running down her face and flowers still in her hair. Her parents had to bail her out. Last I heard, they've cut her off financially, and she's in court-mandated therapy. As for me and Lydia, we honeymooned in Bali. She's pregnant with twins. I got promoted to chief technical officer at my company. Life is good. To everyone who said karma isn't real, sometimes it just takes its time to come around. And when it does, it's beautiful. Thanks for following this wild ride. I'm gonna go live my best life now. P.S. We did end up using that photo for our thank you cards. The caption read, "Thank you for helping us celebrate our special day. Even the uninvited guests made it memorable." Jessica blocked us both after seeing it. I call that a wedding gift. Edit. And yes, I got my grandmother's house back. The court ruled in my favor after Jessica's lawyer was disbarred. Full circle.